Holy shitesky, how long has evil Putin owned these dirty GOP senators? Press won't cover it, they ignore it, but the truth is we have plenty of evidence, as Dr. Ruth May has shared with us, that Republican senators have been given large sums of money by Russians. We're going to get to that, and you got to watch the whole video to see it. But first, let's go into their method.
Look up Andrew Intrater.
Cousin of Viktor Vekselberg, Russian oligarch.
There are 86 contributions that you find there of public record. They all go to Republicans. They all suddenly sprout in this time frame.
There was a plan. They go into business with these Russian oligarchs, and magically they start giving money to Republicans.
One exception, he makes a series of contributions to one Democrat, Tulsi Gabbard, who you may recall Hillary Clinton accused of being a Russian asset, and now spends most of her time spewing anti-Ukraine propaganda on Fox.
Wow, what a shock. How could that happen?
Another place that Intrater shows up is he is the major financial benefactor of George Santos. Why? And then we've got this other fascinating Intrater piece. He paid Michael Cohen, the Trump fixer, $500,000 and proceeded in the course of 1 year to trade 1,000 text messages with him.
There must be some nice calluses on the fingers on that one.
I am very happily married, and I don't believe that I've traded 1,000 text messages with my wife in the span of 1 year.
He grabbed my interest, as I said before, as a possible conduit for Vekselberg. And he did give $250,000 to Trump's inaugural. And he and Vekselberg attended Trump's inaugural, which in hindsight is amazing that they would have the gall to show up and be photographed. Now, Michael Cohen, the $500,000, people have speculated that money was to pay back the money used that went to Stormy Daniels to pay her off. Maybe that may have been more like an advance payment to prime him, if you will, for some favors that Vekselberg was going to ask on behalf of Putin. There was a channel there. Vekselberg could go directly to Putin. You see a lot of photos of the two of them meeting. I think it was just prepayment, if you will, on favors that were to be asked.
It ain't just him. There are numerous senators. Ever heard of a Russian named Len Blavatnik?
Len Blavatnik. He suddenly, out of nowhere, pumped $6.3 million into Republican political action committees. Millions went to top Republican leaders like Mitch McConnell, Marco Rubio, Lindsey Graham.
Ever wonder why 8 Republican senators just went over to kiss Putin's ring on the 4th of July? This could be a reason.
He was the needle in the haystack that I wasn't even looking for. We had been waiting to see who Trump would nominate as his new trade secretary. And when we found out that it was Wilbur Ross, he was serving as co-chair of the Bank of Cyprus with an oligarch handpicked by Putin. He's a majority owner of the Bank of Cyprus. Vekselberg's longtime business partner is Len Blavatnik. On October 25th, 2016, AI Altep Holdings, a company reportedly based in New York and owned directly or indirectly by Vekselberg's partner, Len Blavatnik, made a $1 million contribution to Senator Mitch McConnell's Senate Leadership Fund.
They call me Moscow Mitch.
And I stopped breathing, was just frozen. I thought, it cannot be. There is no way Mitch McConnell would have taken $1 million from Len Blavatnik, who owns a Russian company, Vekselberg. It just can't be. A couple of weeks later, he had made a second $1 million donation. And that's when I realized, oh dear God, they're already in.
Oh dear God, they're already in. That is the quote of this whole thing that you need to know. This is, with McGonigal and others who've been exposed lately, this is literally an international problem, and this is a national problem in law enforcement and in politics. This is something that is going to be an existential crisis to our democracy that, folks, we need to solve.